Good afternoon. My name is Mark Slamel. I am a Cognos specialist for IBM Canada. Today I will be demonstrating how you can leverage Cognos Analytics to analyze some of your data, to visualize it, and then when you get some of your findings, assemble them all together into a nice storyboard, which is great for presentation. So I will begin. I have my laptop in front of me and I'm connecting to a Cognos instance that is served on the cloud. I will begin by just highlighting the data that we're working with today, and then we'll move into some of the Cognos capabilities. So right off the bat, you can see I have a spreadsheet open. It's got 35 columns wide, and it has 1,470 rows of survey data from employees. This data includes demographics, what the job roles are, how happy they are with their employers, their age, their years of service, and so on. This is a great example to be able to analyze the data. So I'm going to move forward now and go log into my Cognos portal. And this data, I now pre-built a dashboard and a story so you can see some of the art of the possible. So I am navigating using the team content folders into my Sahara folder, and I'm going to start with the dashboard. Sahara actually stands for Center of Excellence for HR Analytics. That's the nature of this demo, and we're going to be focusing on attrition. That'll be the nature of this example. So you see how I started with a nice splash screen. These are some of the tabs across the top. I can jump right into the next tab and answer some of the questions. What's happening, where it's happening, who's affected, and so on. As you can see, I'm able to interact with this dashboard just by clicking on pie slices or the bars, and it automatically filters my summary KPIs on top and some of the other charts around this dashboard. This is a great way to quickly slice the data and filter on some of the other aspects of it that will help you reach some conclusions. You'll also see how quickly I can change the chart type as an end user. You need very little technical skill to be able to pull this off. You just essentially select the nature of the chart and you'll see how quickly it changes. And of course I can undo anything I need. Going to the next tab, who's affected in this example, I have a couple of heat maps, a tree map and a heat map to be exact. And I'm able to, once again, just by clicking on the intersections or the cells, the rest of the page gets filtered accordingly. Great for focusing some of your data. And finally, if I don't want to click on the charts themselves, I can introduce prompt controls directly onto this dashboard, and by selecting them, all the charts around the page get filtered and sliced accordingly. Now, at the very bottom, you'll notice I have a crosstab with conditional highlighting. Again, this is another example where as an end user, I implemented it just by dragging a few sliders across the bottom to define some of the thresholds for the colors. I didn't have to do any coding here. As you can see, if I have too many colors, I can just delete some of them. So now I have red, orange, and green. And just by adjusting the sliders, I can control what the threshold is so I can focus my eye on some of these hotspots. So I'm done here, and I'm going to move on to now the storyboard capability. So now all those visualizations you just saw, I put them all together into the storyboard onto a timeline, and I'm able to control how long each one is shown and move scene to scene, assembling all my thoughts into how I came to this conclusion. So I'll begin again with a nice introduction screen, and you can see all the content showing up progressively. And as I jump from scene to scene, I'm now able to start from a very high level, essentially my summary key performance indicators such as my total records and so on, and then progressively narrow down my content and my data into some insights that I can work with. So as you can see, I broke down all the records by the department, and then furthermore I filtered on that department on just the counts of employees that are leaving. Next, I'm going to see who's affected. So now I'm able to slice the data by bringing in a handful of different dimensions such as gender or environment satisfaction, other factors such as the marital status or the education levels. And you can see how I can even highlight and annotate my report whenever I see something that appears to be an outlier, so I can quickly add commentary and make light of it, make notes of it, and then I can highlight it further. I can continue down my scenes, break it down further now by age and years of service. And again, you can see that when I'm searching for attrition, and that's what this chart represents, you can see some of the outliers here. So for example, a lot of people from ages 27 to 33 seem to be leaving, and within only their first year of service. So maybe that's something I want to address. And now finally I can make a nice summary with simple textual commentary explaining what I found, and perhaps have some kind of actions on these discoveries. Finally, I can take a step back and take a look at the whole picture and have a nice summary of the whole dashboard and the storyboard that I just showed today. It's great for demonstrations. So I hope you liked what you saw. All this content is available to you in the Cognos portal. Thank you very much. I hope you are successful using Cognos Analytics. Thank you.